I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my overview for the week of October the 5th. There's a lot happening this week, so I'm going to go through the week as it's planned out. Okay, so right at the start of the week, we do have the Sun in a square to Pluto, so this can set up a bit of a power struggle. So Pluto is in Capricorn, so it's very powerful. The Sun is in Libra, so it's cardinal signs. So each person is going to want to really get their point across, which can be difficult right now because Mercury is retrograde also in the sign of Libra. So you may want to try to get your point across so you make someone else see your position, but really if they don't want to put themselves in someone else's shoes, then you know what, there's nothing you can do to make them. So, be careful about digging your heels in this week because there are some confronting aspects and there are some very, very lucky, favorable aspects. So and what happens at the start of the week may not be how the week finishes, all right? And so keep in mind that sometimes things have to go wrong or be broken down for them to build up or, dissolved for something else better to step in. So that's life. But there's never a void, okay? The universe never allows a void. As soon as something, goes, like one door closes, another door opens, okay? The universe will fill it. Now, at the same time, Mercury is going to be in a trine favorable aspect with Saturn. There are a couple of aspects with Saturn this week as well, and a couple of aspects with Pluto. So you can be entering into discussions that are more long-term discussions, okay? But with Mercury retrograde, still then be careful of mix-ups. You want to put everything in writing, whether business or personal. You want to make sure, don't assume that someone gets you. They may be operating on a totally different page altogether. And when you put things in writing, well, that can clear it up. Now, Mercury is going to come out of retrograde towards the end of the week. So while it's in this period of transiting out of the retrograde, it's turning, that's when it can be most disruptive. It's almost like when the planet is retrograde, going stationary retrograde or stationary direct, both of those times are more, it can be the most disrupting. But now we're applying out of it rather than going into it, so we get a little bit of a break there, okay? All right, so that's the end of the week. So really, this week, if you can put aside any major decisions or settling and signing anything then until next week, then that would be advisable. But as I say, life doesn't always wait for Mercury to come out of retrograde, so if you have to go ahead with something, so be it. Just make sure that you read the fine print, don't make any assumptions, all of the above. Then we do have an opposition between Mars and Neptune. Now, Mars is often the trigger. Neptune is like inspirational. So I like this. It's very sort of passionate, creative. If it's in your area of romance, it can really set up a romantic connection that's got like a fire under it. So it can set up also a little bit of a idealism, okay, cloud nine effect. But you know what, I don't mind that either because, if it's a cloud nine effect with love, then, enjoy. I love that feeling where it's that ecstatic feeling. And if it's to do with how you're thinking, your thoughts, as guess what? I like it when it can be idealistic because then you're letting your limiting thoughts get out of the way and getting out, moving away from the house, because sometimes when you have the vision, the house can take care of themselves, okay? So don't ever, be concerned about that. Now, Venus is on the move this week. It's going to move into the sign of Virgo and join Mars and Jupiter. So there's a whole interaction going with these through three. And let's not forget that Venus and Mars are like the love duo, romance with Venus and passion with Mars. And Jupiter is a planet of abundance and expansion. So there's a whole dance happening with these three, and also with Pluto through the month. So it's very, very powerful. So as I said, what starts at the start of this week may not finish up. There's the first half of October is still somewhat confronting. But it's going to clear the way for something better to happen, and it's really just all going down this week. By the end of the week, you should have, and certainly next week, feel better and have more clarity of what's going on, okay? Venus is going to square Saturn towards the end of the week, so that does help to bring things back to reality as well. There can be sort of delays around and perhaps some disappointments, but as I said, don't be too concerned about the disappointments, because they can be replaced with something better. And right at the end of the week, we've got that trine with Jupiter, planet of abundance and expansion, transformational power planet Pluto. So this connection helps you just, the Jupiter influence helps you be visionary and really get in touch with what you want to achieve in life, what you desire. And Pluto, the power of Pluto, just helps you put it into action and make it real. So and this is, so as I said, this is really just setting up for the next half of the month. So let's see what happens. Don't make any assumptions or be too reactive this week. See what happens day by day, and see how the week ends up. All right, I hope that we're all pleasantly surprised with something amazing coming through for each and every one of us. Love and luck to you. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to go and have a listen to the your individual reports, and I've also just put up the monthly overview planetary report as well. Okay, bye for now.